And then yesterday morning, Russia vows to shoot down any and all missiles fired at Syria. Get ready, Russia, because they will be coming nice and new and smart. Again, in terms of trying to align those messages with a clear strategic direction for our country, I'm not asking you to answer any questions about operational decisions that you are considering right now, but what is the policy, the Department of Defense regarding, and strategy regarding the Assad regime, its future, and the Syrian civil war, or is there a strategy?
On Syria, sir, both the last administration and this one made very clear that our role in Syria is the defeat of ISIS. We are not going to engage in the civil war itself. Now, you can look back to a year ago when we did fire missiles into Syria unrelated to ISIS, and that was, of course, the use of chemical weapons. And some things are simply inexcusable, beyond the pale, and in the worst interest of not just the Chemical Weapons Convention, but of civilization itself. And so the recognition of that means at times you're going to see contrary impulses. You saw President Obama try to deal with those chemical weapons when he was in and enlisting the Russians, who now it shows were complicit in Syria retaining those weapons, Assad retaining them. And the only reason Assad is still in power is because of the Russians' regrettable vetoes in the UN and the Russian and Iranian military. So how do we deal with this very complex situation? We work with the international community, the United Nations, to get the Geneva process underway and make certain that we don't allow this war to go on. Our strategy remains the same as a year ago. It is to drive this to a UN-brokered peace, but at the same time keep our foot on the neck of ISIS until we suffocate it.
It is a very, very difficult situation. Two presidents have struggled with how to deal with it. I'm not going to pretend that I have an easy answer, but until we have a more long-term strategy, until we have some idea where we're going in Syria and the Middle East, it seems unwise to me to start launching missiles. We need to know where that's going, what the purpose of it is before we take that act.